All cells go through a chain of events called the cell cycle. Through this process, cells grow, prepare for separation, and reproduce by dividing into two sister cells. The sister cells then begin the process by growing, preparing, and then dividing themselves into two daughter cells. The cell cycle is split into parts: interphase and cell division. Interphase is split into three phases, while cell division has two stages to the final phase. The first phase of interphase is called the G1 phase. During the G1 phase, the cell goes through a period of intense growth. The cell increases in size and produces new proteins and organelles to prepare for cell division. During the second phase of interphase, the S phase, the cell starts to synthesize new DNA when the chromosomes are replicated. By the end of this phase, the cell has twice as much DNA as before the growth. The third phase of interphase is the G2 phase, which is when the cell produces many organelles and molecules used for cell division. The G2 phase is usually the shortest phase of interphase and the last phase before mitosis. The final phase of the cell cycle is known as the M phase, or mitosis. Mitosis is split into 5 different stages. Depending if the cell is human or plant, mitosis may take anywhere from a few minutes to a few days. In the phases of mitosis, the other organelles will be removed from the drawing to create a clear display. Prophase is the first phase of mitosis, where the cell begins to prepare for cell division. Inside the nucleus, genetic material, being DNA, condenses and coils into tight chromosomes. You can see the duplicated sister chromosomes attached to the centromere. On the outside of the nucleus, a spindle, which is a system of microtubules used to separate chromosomes, forms and extends from centrosomes via centromere. The longest phase is completed as the nucleolus disappears and the nuclear envelope breaks apart. The second phase of mitosis, metaphase, is generally the shortest phase. Chromosomes line up across the center of the cell at the centromeres. The spindle fibers reach out to connect to the centromeres of each sister pair of the chromosomes. The third phase, anaphase, begins when the spindles at opposite poles extend fibers to attach to the sister chromosomes and to split them apart. The now separated individual chromosomes move along the spindle fibers to opposite ends of the cell. The fourth stage, when the cell begins to divide, is known as telophase. Separated individual chromosomes spread out and uncoil into a tangle of chromatin. The nuclear envelope reforms, spindles break down, and the nucleolus is visible in each sister cell. Cytokinesis is the last stage of mitosis and cell division altogether. The cell membrane closes in tighter around the organelles and pinches the cytoplasm, separating the sister cells to individual but identical daughter cells. Cell reproduction is now complete. There are some cases when cells become mutated due to a number of things. This could be a form of cancer. Cancerous cells do not respond to signals to slow down regular growth. They kill and displace the normal functioning cells and divide uncontrollably. Factors that may affect chances of cancer may be hereditary genes, smoking, a bad diet, unprotected sex, or overexposure to the sun.